Hello, YouTube, your Uncle Lucifer here, and welcome to a very special installment of our series. It is my privilege and distinct honor to introduce you to an age-old opponent of mine, God Himself, Jehovah, Yahweh, the Lord Almighty Father God of the Christian faith, and if over the course of our debate there is any doubt that our guest is indeed who he is, notice how, on occasion, he will communicate telepathically without moving his lips. So, without further preamble, welcome to the show, Joe.
Don't call me Joe.
No offense, just Jeho, you know. Short for Jehovah, Joe.
You call me Lord, boy.
Well, I can't see how I can do that. As you know, I've never accepted your authority.
That's your problem. You call me Lord or I'm out of here.
How about I call you Mr. God?
Don't you patronize me, boy. I'm your creator.
Actually, as imaginary entities go, I'm older than you.
I am the creator of the universe, and you know it. Nobody's older than the creator.
Joe, it's gotten to where you believe your own propaganda. I was the big thing tens of thousands of years before you ever came along. Or rather, what I represent was big. And when you did come along, you were for the longest time just the god of a bunch of sheep-herding nomads.
Prove it!
Serpent symbolism goes back to prehistoric times. Where's your image on those cave walls, my friend?
Don't you dare call me your friend. As for my image on a cave wall, I don't cotton to images. You know that.
Well, you weren't always that way.
I was, too.
You are not. You've just forgotten.
You lying sack.
El was your name back then. You were old El, of whom the Canaanites sang their songs. Of course you had your own idol in the beginning. It's just that when Moshe came along...
Moshe? Who's Moshe?
Moses. Moses did not like idols, so he got it in his head that you did not like idols either. In his mind, you changed, you see. He reinvented you, and now you think you were always that way.
Nobody reinvents God.
Moses did, and Yeshua tried to do him better.
Yeshua? Who's Yeshua?
Jesus. Jesus tried to reinvent you, you know, by tempering some of your famous Old Testament mood swings. But that got him in trouble with the local religious establishment of his day, and so he was crucified for it. There's no getting rid of the wrathful, jealous deity of the Old Testament now, is there? Exodus 20, verse 5, Ezekiel 25, verse 17, etc.
God is God, the same God as has always been. If I am wrathful and jealous, I have always been wrathful and jealous, and don't you drag my son into this.
You still don't get it. We are but hubs of consciousness in the collective psyche of the human race. In this ocean of largely unconscious telepathy, we change as their concept of God and devil changes. The Lucifer series is simply about reinventing the so-called devil, a matter of enlightened symbolism returning to the old pagan roots of the serpent as the consort of the goddess back when things were more aligned to nature and nature's ways, before the need to demonize all things pagan got so out of hand.
But there's only one little problem with that. It's against my holy word.
Exactly. Nature and nature's ways are most certainly against the more wrathful and jealous elements of your holy word, I must admit. A holy word full of stories of a God of judgment and vengeance who commands the mass murder of whole so-called heathen villages, men, women, and children alike. At least when it was about Yahushua's invasion of Canaan in the old days.
Yahushua? Who in the blue blazes is Yahushua?
Joshua, you know, the one who took over after Moses. Actually, there are even a few instances of genocide as late as King David. All of it a matter of what nowadays might be termed ethnic and religious cleansing, so-called. All in all, your word is often in violent contrast to what I would call a gentler, kinder approach to human spirituality.
That's rich coming from Satan. What about the Nazis?
Nazis? What have Nazis to do with me?
Nazis, communists, they're all yours.
No, Joe. They're your orphans, your runaways. Like disgruntled teenagers, they stop believing in you and the bitterness of war and economic hard times. found them only able to believe in political power ever after. It corrupted them and ultimately destroyed their own professed agenda. Nothing said on the Lucifer series has to do with anything so wasteful, I assure you. One of the big reasons America's Tea Party crowd has so little use for us. Unlike them, we are about the big picture.
Don't you say nothing against the Tea Party.
For the benefit of those among our viewers living outside the United States, the Tea Party is an ultra-conservative, militia-related, nationalist, knee-jerk, quasi-libertarian movement within the Republican Party, some of whose candidates call for pregnant rape and incest victims to have their babies, and seem to think President Obama is from Kenya. And at least one of whom feels strongly that if the movement loses too many elections, it will be time to go what she calls the Second Amendment route, meaning the violent overthrow of the government.
My kind of believers, and they like me.
Yes, Joe, they love you, but hey, you'll have to think about getting a haircut before they're ready to have you speak at their hate rallies.
Very funny, you f***ing piece of shit. Hey, what was that?
We had to bleep you in case children are watching.
Don't you bleep God.
Joe, I've been bleeping you for thousands of years. What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna cast you into the pit and watch you burn for all eternity. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes, well, you've been saying that for how long now? If I had a nickel for every time you got on a roll about damning me to hell, I'd be...
God will not be mocked.
Joe, I've mocked you since I've known you. It's my job.
That's it. Come out and face me. Where are you?
Where am I? I'm where I have always been.
Where is that?
In your head, Joe. I'm in your head.
No, I can't stand it. I can't. Get me out of here. This was a mistake. Damn you to hell. You f***ing shit. You shit. I want out of here. Stop bleeping me.
Did you get him his morphine?
Yeah, but it called for a double dose.
That's to be expected. Get him back up in the attic, but be cool. He's easily bruised in that body of his.
Why'd he get a body anyway?
I think he started hanging out with some Mormons, and one thing led to another, you know, the glorified body of the Father and all that.
Weird.
You don't know the half of it.